In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys a cool little trick to help teach your koi and train your koi to enjoy watermelon and to eat watermelon. So, for those of you who didn't know, koi can eat watermelon and will very happily eat watermelon. It's an interesting way to kind of spice up their diet. I feed it as a treat every now and then along with their typical koi food, and you're going to want to start with a knife, a cutting board, two little slices of circular slices of watermelon, and then just some koi food, what you typically feed your koi, what they're used to eating. So with these slices, all you're going to want to do is make sure they're a round circle. You have a complete circle, not just half a circle. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to cut out some type of star shape in the middle of the watermelon. You don't want to cut away all of the meat inside the watermelon. You want to leave some for them to eat. But you are going to cut out a star shape. It doesn't have to be a perfect star. It doesn't have to have a certain amount of points or corners. Just cut out some type of rough star shape in the middle. I'm going to do it with two here. I'm going to throw two into my pond. Now the fish I'm working with today are koi that, to my knowledge, have not eaten watermelon yet. I have fed watermelon to some other groups of my koi, but this particular group of koi, I don't believe the majority of them have had watermelon, and if they have, it hasn't been in the last year or two, so it'll be a nice little surprise for them. And this is also a nice test to show you guys how well this works, because I'm working with a group of fish here who does not eat watermelon on a normal basis. So once you finish cutting out your star, which will probably be a lot better looking than mine, you're just going to push out the center, and there you have it. This is what we're going to work with right here, the outer ring. The centerpiece, you can eat that right now if you want. You can toss it in your compost. This piece we're just going to discard, and we're going to work with this donut shaped ring, this very strange looking donut shape. So I'm going to go over to the pond now. I have made a second one of these, and I'm going to drop them both in very carefully. You don't want to just throw them into the pond, because right off the bat your fish will automatically be afraid of this object that they don't recognize. You want to gently float it in, and what's nice about these is that the watermelon will float on its own. You don't need to do anything to it, it just automatically floats. So you're going to then take the fish food, the koi food that they're normally used to eating, and you're going to put it gently in the center of this ring, and you're just going to float it out there. Now what's going to happen is they're going to treat this just like any other normal feeding, and they're going to come up for that food that's inside of the center of the ring. They might be a little more hesitant, but they're going to go up there, they're going to get the food, and they're going to end up accidentally or intentionally nibbling on the corners of that star. And the idea is they're going to come up for their food, and while they're eating their food, they're going to end up taking a little nibble of the watermelon and realizing they like it, and then they're going to figure out that they like watermelon, and then in the future you can just put watermelon on its own. They'll recognize it and they'll just go straight for it and right at it. But the first couple of times you feed it to them, it's a good idea to do it this way, just to kind of build up their confidence with the watermelon and help them figure out they like it. So as you guys can see right here, they're slowly taking a liking to it, and then as time goes on, I check back in after a few hours, maybe an hour or two, and they're really going at it now. They've eaten a couple of the corners off. The big guys and the little guys, both koi and goldfish, are taking bites out of this. It usually ends up being a pretty big hit in the pond. The only thing is you have to remember to grab the husks afterwards, because they won't really be able to eat that part. Those will just float in your pond and eventually sink. So make sure you scoop out those so that they don't end up decomposing in your pond. But anyways, I hope some of you guys found this video interesting, and maybe you're inspired to now go out and get a watermelon and feed some watermelon to your own koi fish. So if you guys found this video interesting in any way, hit that like button down below, and if you're new to my channel and you want to see a lot more pond and koi related videos, hit that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for watching.